Before we start today's video, once again, I must promote another election night stream. That is right, folks. This Tuesday, June 28th at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the election night stream, aka Super Tuesday 4, will commence. We have a lot of big primaries, Illinois, New York, etc. And well, folks, I want everybody to tune in. So if you can, first link in the description down below, click it, you will be sent to the live stream. As usual, click that reminder button so the second the live stream starts, you get notified when it starts. Hope everybody tunes in, of course, share with your friends, all that good stuff, and yeah. Alright, folks, let's get right into the video. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video, and today, it is time that we discuss my 4 statewide predictions I have for tomorrow. And I know, but that's not all the statewide races happening tomorrow. You should do all of them. No, these are the only 4 that's going to be somewhat interesting or potentially upset happens in these 4 races. So we're going to be discussing the 4, I guess you could say, the most important races happening tomorrow at the statewide level. Of course, we talked about the congressional races, all that good stuff, and yeah. Now, before I forget, of course, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, also before I forget, of course, the election night stream will commence tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what to do, folks. First link in the description down below, click it, yada yada yada. You get the drill, share with all your friends, all that good stuff, and yeah. So let's get into it, folks. There are 4 statewide races we'll be discussing today. The first one, of course, is the Illinois Gubernatorial election. Now, it appears this race has been kind of settled. I mean, the Orange Man finally got involved, and he will, and actually has, endorsed Darren Bailey, I guess you could say the most Trumpy candidate in this election. Now, the thing is, him and Jesse Sullivan, they're kind of the same on the issues when you really look at it, but Darren Bailey's seen more as the MAGA candidate, while Jesse Sullivan is seen more as a Youngkin-style candidate. And it appears Bailey's running away with it. I know some people on Twitter are coping that, oh, well, you see here, you know, Jesse Sullivan could still win. No, I highly doubt that's going to happen. I mean, you look at the polling, which, again, isn't everything. It shows Darren Bailey at, you know, around 38-37% of the vote, and he keeps going up and up and up. So on the screen here will be my predictions for the gubernatorial election. There's not much to be said here. It's quite frankly that Darren Bailey's going to win this race. It's a matter of how much and how much Richard Irvin has fallen. God, that guy collapsed. Remember when this guy was seen as the front runner? I mean, he's barely pulling double digits. That's pretty bad considering, well, he was seen as a front runner for a while. So it appears Darren Bailey's even the nominee. Will Republicans have a chance this fall? Hopefully. It's one of those things, though, where Bailey may be a bit too MAGA, but really on the issues, Jesse Sullivan and Darren Bailey, they're kind of the same. Just optically, Bailey's obviously the more openly MAGA candidate, or Trumpy candidate, whatever you want to call it. But it may help him. Who knows? We just gotta see. But, yeah. So, Illinois, yeah, that's essentially the only race. I don't care about the Senate race. Quite frankly, that's out of the picture. That not gonna go pretty. But there is another Senate, or there are a couple statewide elections, of course, happening in the great state of Oklahoma. The first one, of course, is the special Senate election. Now, it's quite clear who the first candidate's going to be. Of course, this is a runoff system. It's quite clear that Markwayne Mullin, he's going to be the #1 candidate. Obviously, he's the representative of District 2, and you look at the polling, he's at 38-39% of the vote. And I know polling's not everything, but that appears to be what's on the ground. That appears to be correct. So I think Mullin gets around 40-42% of the vote, somewhere in that range. But yeah, as for who I think to be second, I think it's a dead heat between T.W. Shannon and Nathan Down. Who do I support? Dom may be a bit better on the issues, but I think Shannon has a much higher chance of winning. Now, again, this isn't a field that's terrible. It's just my opinion. I think, Dom and Shannon are the two best candidates, but I think, Dan may be a bit better. Just, I think Shannon has a higher chance of winning. Now, here is the prediction for this race. Of course, I'll just put a quick thing on the screen, just like it did for the Illinois race. Kind of that range, I think we'll see a runoff. This is going to be an intriguing one, because if all the candidates unite behind Shannon, there's a good shot he has a chance of winning. Now, if Mullen ends up with 48% of the vote in the first round, I don't think Shannon's going to win that race. But as of now, I think Markwayne Mullen is going to be in first place by a country mile. It's a matter of how much. If he gets 40% and Shannon does really good, 30% of the vote or something crazy like that, Shannon just needs the endorsements of the other candidates, and he has a shot of winning. But yeah, that's my current prediction for Oklahoma Senate special election. Now we have, my opinion, the hardest race to predict. The Oklahoma Senate race. Oh! When I am skeptical on races, I usually skip predicting them because, my Achilles heel are some of these races. Of course, Georgia's my Achilles heel. I can never predict that state correctly. That state's weird. But point is, these are the type of races that usually screw me over. But I'm going to go bold here. All right. It's going to be, in my opinion, if everything goes well, Langford may be in trouble. All right. The consent to sex thing may hurt him much more than we expect. Look what happened to Van Taylor. He sunk like a ship, like the Titanic did. It did not go pretty. And this is a more serious allegation when you think about it. Now, I know what Van Taylor did was bad. But the things that Langford said about how a 13-year-old could consent to having sex to a 15-year-old, it's like, bruh. So, Langford, it's a tough one, all right? This is a tough race to predict. I want Jackson Lemire to win so badly. This is such a tough one. But if Langford is forced into a runoff, he's losing. He is done. He is dead on arrival if he's forced into a runoff. But for now, this is my prediction. I am just going to kind of just roll the dice on this one and duck for cover, because this is an extremely tough race to predict, because it could go either way. But I do think Langford holds on, but again, that could change. It absolutely could change. Again, it all depends how many people know about the scandal. So this is why it's a tough race. And again, I could be off by, I'm admitting this, I could be off by 10 points, all right? Langford could do 10 points better than expected. This is just from what I've seen. So hopefully Langford, underperforms again. This is one of those times where I hope my prediction, goes horribly. But as of now, I think that'll be, roughly the margin Langford gets. Again, there's a serious shot he does way better. It's just a matter of how many people in the state know about the scandal, which apparently there's a ton. So that's that. Now we got the New York gubernatorial race. This is kind of a simple race. It's essentially between Lee Zeldin and Andrew Giuliani. The other two guys, yes, they'll get 15, 16% of the vote. But the other two, Lee Zeldin and Andrew Giuliani, they're in a dogfight right now, all right? And I know the polls show this as kind of lopsided towards Zeldin. I think Giuliani overperforms by a couple points than expected. This is another one of those races that, boy, it could be a challenge to predict, because you never know what the electorate's going to look like in New York. But I think Lee Zeldin pulls it off by quite a bit. I think he wins, this race. I think it'll be closer than expected, but this is my prediction. It could go horribly. Hopefully it doesn't, but that's my current prediction in New York. I think it'll be closer than expected, but I think Zeldin does hold on. And good, because he, in my opinion, is the best candidate. He's essentially the young kid in New York. He's the only one that could actually win this race, and hopefully he does. So that, folks, is my prediction for Super Tuesday 4. Two of these I'm pretty solid on. The other two, good luck. So Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And, yeah. Alright, folks, I hope everybody tunes into the election night stream. I hope hundreds, if not thousands of people are there. I want the chat to go nuts, because this is going to be a big night. You can potentially see a ton of incumbents go down. Hopefully that happens, and, yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed. We'll see you guys on the election night stream. Godspeed to all of you.